A telephone call was held between His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. During the call, the two leaders discussed the relations between the two countries and ways to continue strengthening them in various fields in a manner that serves the common interests and reinforces Arab solidarity. The call also addressed the latest regional developments, particularly in the Gaza Strip, where His Majesty the King and the Egyptian President stressed the need to fully implement the ceasefire agreement in Gaza, ensure the urgent and unimpeded delivery of humanitarian aid, as well as the necessity to begin the rebuilding the Strip to ensure a return to normal life for its people. They affirmed the categorical rejection of any attempts to displace the Palestinian people, stressing that the Palestinian cause will remain at the forefront of Arab and international concern. They also agreed on the importance of fully implementing President Trump's peace plan as adopted in the relevant Security Council Resolution 2803 as a framework for achieving a just and comprehensive peace. The two leaders also agreed to continue communication and coordination on issues of mutual interest, especially in light of the difficult circumstances facing the region, to strengthen Arab unity and serve as interests of its peoples. Bahraini-Egyptian relations are witnessing significant progress thanks to the vision of His Majesty the King and the Egyptian President, which has been reflected in the growth and prosperity of sectors in both countries. More in this report.
The Kingdom of Bahrain and the Arab Republic of Egypt share deep historical ties marked by cooperation and integration. These deep-rooted relations are based on Arab fraternity, mutual respect, and unity of purpose and destiny. Over the decades, the two countries have embodied a model of strong Arab relations, which are renewed with every meeting between the two leaders. Through their meetings, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the President of Egypt Abdel Fattah el-Sisi have cemented the values of solidarity and joint action in the service of the interests of the two brotherly peoples and the just causes of the Arab nation. This is also evident in the continuous efforts of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, who continues to fulfill His Majesty the King's vision by supporting joint initiatives and increasing bilateral cooperation in the economic, investment and developmental fields. Manama, with its established strategic weight, and Cairo, with its cultural heritage, have come together on a single path of constructive cooperation and firm agreement on various political, security and economic levels. The mutual visits between the two leaders have been important milestones in the history of Bahraini-Egyptian cooperation, establishing new horizons for partnership and integration, reflected in joint agreements and projects, and expressed in identical positions on many regional and international affairs. What brings Bahrain and Egypt together today is not merely bilateral relations, but a shared vision for a more secure, stable and prosperous Arab future, reflecting the depth of fraternal ties that grow stronger with each passing day.
His Royal Highness the Deputy King Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the World Health Organization's, the WHO, Regional Director for the Eastern Mediterranean, Dr. Hanan Balkhi, at Qaddabiya Palace. The meeting was held on the occasion of Dr. Balkhi's visit to Bahrain's Southern Governorate, presenting the municipality with the WHO's accreditation certificate as a healthy governorate. His Royal Highness set out Bahrain's commitment under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to strengthening the healthcare sector by adopting the latest scientific and technological developments across diverse medical specialties, with the aim of providing high-quality healthcare services and enhancing the efficiency of the national healthcare system. His Royal Highness emphasised that improving treatment and rehabilitation services and implementing leading global practices are key priorities for Bahrain, for which support efforts to safeguard the health of citizens and deliver high-quality healthcare services. His Royal Highness noted that the completion of the accreditation of Bahrain's 4 governorates as healthy governorates within the WHO's Healthy Cities initiative reflects the advanced levels of Bahrain's health sector and underscores Bahrain's ongoing commitment to promoting public health. His Royal Highness commended the dedicated efforts of Bahrain's healthcare sector, who deliver the highest levels of healthcare and achieving Bahrain's goals in the sector. His Royal Highness highlighted the vital role of the WHO in supporting international efforts to address health challenges and strengthen cooperation in the fields of prevention and treatment, stating that Bahrain's strong partnership with the organisation contributes to the continued development of national healthcare plans in line with international standards. His Royal Highness underscored the importance of exchanging expertise with international organisations to bolster the preparedness of the health systems, reiterating the Kingdom's commitment to ongoing development in support of public health. Dr. Balkhi expressed her appreciation to His Royal Highness for supporting Bahrain's partnership with the WHO, noting the importance of these efforts in advancing shared health objectives. She wished Bahrain continued progress and prosperity. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, President of the Supreme Council of Health, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Minister of Interior, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. The Deputy King, His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, met with several newly appointed directors across government entities at Gudaibiya Palace. His Royal Highness commended the national workforce for their contributions to implementing plans and directives that advance the Kingdom's comprehensive development, led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness emphasised the strong progress achieved across government work streams and public services is driven by the excellence and dedication of the Kingdom's workforce. His Royal Highness congratulated the newly appointed directors, expressing his appreciation for their tireless efforts in advancing government work streams with excellence and innovation to meet the Kingdom's aspirations, and wishing them continued success in their endeavours. His Royal Highness affirmed that serving the Kingdom's citizens and meeting their aspirations is the cornerstone of the Kingdom's goals, noting that this is a shared national effort carried out in cooperation with the members of Team Bahrain. For their part, the newly appointed directors expressed their gratitude for the trust bestowed upon them by His Royal Highness and his continued support of the national workforce. They reaffirmed their commitment to advancing the Kingdom's ongoing progress and achieving its future goals. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince of Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa issued Edict 78 of 2025 regarding the formation of the National Committee for the Prohibition of Weapons of Mass Destruction. This is based on a proposal submitted by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and following the approval of the Cabinet. Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa received the Director General of the Federal Competitiveness and Statistics Authority of the UAE, Abdullah Luta, in the presence of the Minister of Sustainable Development and CEO of the Economic Development Board, Noura Khalif. The meeting reviewed key areas of cooperation and coordination between the two countries in sustainable development, competitiveness, the development of government work and digital transformation, as well as opportunities to expand these areas in light of shared priorities. The two sides also discussed prospects for exchanging expertise in public policy design and innovation in the delivery of government services. The Deputy Prime Minister emphasised that Bahrain continues to enhance its governmental readiness and advance its paths in sustainable development, competitiveness and digital transformation, in line with the objectives of the comprehensive development process led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the directors of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, supporting Bahrain's efforts to build an economy capable of keeping pace with changes and investing in opportunities. He noted that Bahrain has strengthened these paths through the establishment of the Ministry of Sustainable Development to follow up on the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals at the national level and align them with government programmes and plans. He also highlighted Bahrain's interest in the exchange of expertise and the building of effective partnerships with various countries, particularly the UAE, in light of the shared vision of His Majesty the King and UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and the advanced levels of cooperation and integration achieved between the two countries. Luta commended the progress achieved by Bahrain in sustainable development and the development of government work. He confirmed his country's keenness to continue enhancing cooperation and exchanging expertise with Bahrain in ways that benefit both countries and their peoples, wishing the kingdom further progress and prosperity. Under the patronage of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, the Amana Healthcare Bahrain Hospital, the first of its kind, specialising in long-term care and rehabilitation, was inaugurated in Al Jazeera. Present were the Chairman of the Supreme Council of Health, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of Health Dr. Jalila Hassan, CEO of Bahrain Mumtalakat Holding Company, Sheikh Abdullah bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and a number of senior officials. The SCH Chairman affirmed that the opening of the Amana Healthcare Bahrain represents a significant milestone in the development of the healthcare system in Bahrain, as it constitutes an advanced addition that aligns with the vision and aspirations of His Majesty the King and the directors of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He affirmed that this project embodies Mumtalakat's vision of forging strategic partnerships with the private sector and supporting initiatives that have a tangible impact on society. The CEO of Amana Healthcare Bahrain, Dr. Mohammed Osati, explained that the opening is a significant milestone in the development of specialised healthcare services across Bahrain. The Chairman of the Supreme Council of Health, the SCH, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, said the accreditation of the Southern Governorate as a healthy governorate under the World Health Organization, the WHO Healthy Cities Initiative, marks the completion of the accreditation of all 4 governorates in Bahrain, representing a significant national milestone in public health and sustainable development. Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah said the achievement reflects the vision of His Majesty the King and the directives and follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to support national initiatives that enhance quality of life. He said the accreditation of the 4 governorates confirms the strength and integration of Bahrain's health system and the effectiveness of initiatives based on sustainable community partnership, which have strengthened Bahrain's regional and international standing in advancing innovative health practices. The SCH chairman noted that the Council will continue to support initiatives aimed at developing healthier cities and communities and to advance programmes that promote improved lifestyle in line with Sustainable Development Goals and Bahrain's public health priorities. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, visited the Muharram Nights Festival, held as part of the Celebrate Bahrain season. The Minister was accompanied by the Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Al Nuaimi, and the President of Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities at BACA, Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmed Al Khalifa. The Minister of Finance highlighted that the festival supports Bahrain's cultural and tourism sectors and highlights the historical features of Muharram. He noted that the festival, held along the Purling Path in Muharram, forms part of a national effort to strengthen the cultural sector and promote sustainable tourism development. Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa added that the events programme, which includes artistic performances, traditional crafts, visual arts and family activities, enhances the visitor experience and supports Bahrain's position as a cultural and tourism destination. He highlighted the cooperation between government entities and the private sector in organising the festival. He also commended the role of BACA in preparing cultural content and interactive activities and the contribution of the Ministry of Tourism and private sector partners to the Celebrate Bahrain season. He noted the strong public turnout and the positive response to the festival, noting its role in promoting Bahrain's cultural identity and supporting a vibrant calendar of creative events. The National Bureau for Revenue organised a live session as part of its Masada initiative to support SMEs and enhance VAT compliance. The session provided practical guidance to streamline VAT-related procedures. It also saw a large and productive turnout from business owners. Attendees benefited from the interactive platform, receiving support and clarification on key aspects of VAT. Specialists from the authority also answered the inquiries. The session also included a comprehensive awareness experience covering VAT registration procedures, updating registered data, simplifying the steps for filing and amending estimated returns, paying dues, and the process for cancelling registration once the requirements are met. The authority affirms its commitment to continuing these live sessions as part of the initiative, in addition to holding various support sessions throughout the year. This ensures that SME owners are fully aware of all VAT-related obligations and requirements and enhances their compliance levels. Bahrain's ambassador to Spain, residing in London, Sheikh Fawaz bin Mohammed Al Khalifa, held a reception and luncheon in the Spanish capital, Madrid, on the occasion of Bahrain's National Day celebrations and anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne and accompanying national occasions. In his speech, Sheikh Fawaz bin Mohammed expressed pride in the historical ties between the two friendly kingdoms and Bahrain's keenness to continue strengthening existing cooperation with Spain. He also noted the growth of political and economic cooperation between the two friendly kingdoms, which will meet the aspirations of both countries. For his part, the representative of the Spanish Ministry of Foreign Affairs highlighted the depth of the existing relations between Bahrain and Spain and his aspiration to continue strengthening and supporting this historic relationship. He noted Bahrain's status at the regional and international levels and his prominent diplomatic efforts in various pivotal regional and international affairs. Bahrain's embassy in Qatar held a reception in the capital Doha on the occasion of the kingdom's National Day celebrations, the anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne, and the accompanying national occasions, in the presence of high-level Qatari officials, dignitaries, heads of diplomatic missions of countries accredited in Doha, diplomats and media figures. On the occasion, Bahrain's ambassador to Qatar, Mohammed Al Khatam, congratulated His Majesty the King, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, and the people of Bahrain. He wished the kingdom further stability, security and prosperity. He also expressed pride and appreciation for the strong fraternal relations between Bahrain and Qatar, as well as the joint cooperation that was established by His Majesty the King and His Highness the Emir of Qatar, which serves common interests and meets the aspirations of the two brotherly countries for further progress and prosperity. The ambassador of Bahrain to Brazil, Bada Al-Hulaibi, hosted a reception to mark the National Day of Bahrain, the anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne, and the accompanying national occasions. The ambassador emphasised the strength and continued growth of Bahraini-Brazilian relations across various sectors. He also highlighted Bahrain's foreign policy, which is founded on dialogue and peace, noting the kingdom's election as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council for the 2026 to 2027 term, an outcome that reflects the international community's confidence in Bahrain's balanced approach and its support for Arab causes. For his part, the director of the Department of Trade Promotion, Investments and Agriculture at the Brazilian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Alex da Silva, emphasised the depth of the relations between the two countries, pointing to the significant development of bilateral cooperation following the opening of the two embassies and the exchange of high-level visits. 40 ideas have been selected to advance to the next stage of the 7th edition of the FICRA Government Innovation Competition. During this phase, a committee comprised of officials and experts in coordination with relevant government entities will select only 12 ideas from among these 40. More in this report.
The 7th edition of the FICRA Government Innovation Competition, which began earlier with the opening of participation to public sector employees, continues. Today, the competition announced the qualification of 40 innovative ideas for the next phase, paving the way for the selection of only 12 ideas by a committee of experts and officials. In this phase, the qualifiers will participate in an intensive training program in collaboration with Babson College in the United States. Participants will experience a learning environment focused on honing their presentation skills. The workshops will serve as a space for exchanging ideas and developing communication techniques, preparing them to present their ideas to the expert judging panel. The program will continue until mid-December, giving everyone ample time to prepare for the next stage. As for the competition itself, it appears as a platform that reflects the spirit of renewal in state institutions, as it encourages thinking in different ways and turning daily problems into opportunities for development. Fikra aligns with the aspirations of Bahrain's Economic Vision 2030, as it highlights the principles of sustainability, competitiveness, and fairness as a framework that motivates employees to be creative and makes their contributions part of the government development path that is based on the energies of public sector employees.
La Liga and Strive, a sports and entertainment, a Bahrain-based global sports media and entertainment company, announced the signing of a joint venture to accelerate La Liga's growth and strengthen its long-term presence in the Middle East, North Africa and South Asia markets. Through this strategic alliance, Strive has acquired 50% stake in La Liga, MENA and South Asia, a company based in Dubai, from where La Liga has operated in the region for over 11 years. This joint venture aims to accelerate the growth and positioning of La Liga brand in a key market, while also enabling the joint development of new business opportunities in one of the most dynamic regions worldwide. As part of the Bahrain International Show Mirai 2025, the Bird Festival is attracting widespread interest, showcasing distinctive breeds of birds. This reflects the keenness of breeders to highlight this vital aspect of local production and preserve its diversity and quality, reflecting a culture of environmental awareness and sustainable breeding. Enthusiasts participating in the show have devoted most of their time to collecting rare breeds of various types of birds to present them to the public. Visitors can learn about fancy pigeons, the diversity of breeds and beautiful colours. Breeders are keen to showcase the rare species that have earned them third place worldwide. The show also includes specialist birds which add a unique character to the event and attracted visitors' interest with its aesthetic diversity and colour harmony.